Wagyu Gaming. Hey there, broskies. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So Wagyu here and back with another Kingdom of Heroes Tactics War video. So today we're gonna be summoning for Astaroth. I'm sure everyone would be familiar of her by now, since if you finish the story, she is the last boss, and she's actually a fusion unit, as you can see here. I'll show you guys. We'll also be discussing her skills, as so we can find out whether or not she's worth summoning. So I've farmed her for a good day. Like, I farmed her for 1 day, and right now she's ready to be combined, as you can see here. And let's check her skills out before we actually do combine her. And we'll be building her up and awakening her in a follow-up video. So yeah, let's begin with the first skill, Fire Breath. So attacks by hurling a fireball at a target enemy, recovering 40% of damage inflicted as HP. So this is a lifesteal skill. Although it is only to Astaroth, it doesn't heal the team, it is still a heal. So Astaroth, by the way, is a heal type unit, as you can see in the upper left hand side of the screen. And she is a natural 5-star, of course. And her only acquisition is through the combination. You can't summon for Astaroth. Okay, broskies? So yeah, that was her first skill, and these are her base stats. Let's begin with the stats first. So her HP is 1236 at max level 60, and attack is 504, def at 501, and she has a whopping 110 speed. Okay, broskies, that's a pretty decent speed, especially if you add some speed runes and some speed equipment on her, and she's going to be really high speed unit. And if you promote her to 6-star level 70, these will be her stats. Okay, as you can see here, and when she's awakened, it adds a bit more stats, and this is how she looks. Okay, broski, so from the previous stats, it rises up to 1779 HP, attack of 727, and defense of 722. Her speed remains the same at 110. So this is the max form of Astaroth, awakened and max level 70. Okay, broski, so yeah. Again, let's go back to her skills. As I mentioned, the first skill is a recovery skill, a lifesteal skill. Okay, broskis. So her second skill is a team-wide buff. If increase the attack of you and surrounding allies for 3 turns. Okay, as far as I know, she is the only unit that buffs for 3 turns. So if your HP is below 40%, so Astaroth also grants an increased speed for 3 turns. And the cooldown of the skill will be lowered by 2 points if you max this skill out. Okay, how about this skill? Okay, so this skill just increases damage as you level it up. So finally, her third skill is Life Absorb. So this is a heal skill. This is what makes Astaroth good, as far as I know. I haven't really tried out Astaroth, since none of my friends have Astaroth in their rep unit. So this is apparently what makes Astaroth good. So she keeps healing. The cooldown of this skill is only 2 turns, and this is an attack skill. While it also heals, it also gives continuous recovery for your units. Okay, so attacks a target enemy by absorbing their spirit energy. Successful hits grants you and all allies with continuous recovery for 1 turn. Successful crit hits grant an additional continuous recovery. So do take note of that. I would be probably building her with a crit build alongside maybe a speed build, but we'll see. I still have to experiment more on her. I don't really have her yet. But we'll see the suggested runes after this and the reviews of other people. So after that, if the target is skilled, you grant another additional continuous recovery. So that's another recovery by Astaroth. That's 3 total recoveries by Astaroth. Okay, continuous recovery, which can be quite useful, especially if you're dealing with the dungeons, since a lot of the dungeons have continuous damage. So I think this can help, but we'll see. And finally, her passive. So Pleasure Demon. Astaroth gains increased crit damage by 10% if Astaroth kills an enemy. Life Absorbs cooldown is reduced by 1 turn. Okay, so this skill will only have a 1 turn cooldown, so she won't stop healing. So take note of that, broskis. And finally, let's check the review. What are people saying about her? So the suggested build here, as you can see, is Charge, Havoc, or Swift. Okay, broskies? So Charge is for increased attack, Havoc is for crit, and Swift, of course, we're all familiar with that. That's for increased speed. I think it's in order to give Astaroth more turns and better heals. Okay, broskies? So yeah. So the best comment here with the most thumbs up is, wow, was hoping she'd be worth all the time and trouble to get her, and I was not disappointed. So meaning he's happy with Astaroth. Using Charge and crit runes, and she's dominating and not even maxed at level 60. Deals great damage and just keeps on healing. Her Awaken skill is a must. Okay, so I was trying to translate what this guy was trying to say. But yeah, so this is Astaroth. So everyone is suggesting, so they're saying that she's a good unit. Worth all the effort. Yeah, and the good thing about the game is it doesn't actually take that much effort to actually build Astaroth, except for just waiting for energy. And if you're willing to spend some of your gems, I spent maybe a total of like 100 gems for energy, which is like 5 recharges, and that's worth like 500 energy to actually max out all my required units to summon for Astaroth. All of these 4 units. Okay, broskies, more or less 100 plus a few from the events, from the other energy areas that I claimed in. Maybe a total of like 1,000 energy you have to spend to max all of this out. Although I did have a few applied effects. So I have the EXP booster plus 100% EXP gain from the battle, and also the 200 experience booster. So they actually stack together, and it actually works. Okay, broski. So that's a tip for you guys to help level up your units faster. So I'm planning to max out another unit today, another 6-star unit. So yeah. Anyway, let's summon for Astaroth, and I'll do a follow-up video in maybe a few days, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, for me building Astaroth and trying her out in other areas. Okay, broski. So let's click combine. Finally, after a day's work, we get Astaroth. That's okay. That's just Sif. I think I upgraded Sif. We now have Astaroth, broskies. Wow. Okay. Okay. Worth all the effort just by looking at this right now. Damn, looks really nice. So yeah. So that's it for this video, broskies, and thank you so much for tuning in. Just wanted to share with you guys how I summon for Astaroth, and if I believe that Astaroth is worth summoning or not. But yeah, this is Astaroth. In summary, yes, she is worth summoning for, as far as I can tell with the skills right now. And it doesn't take that long to summon for her. Just pop your EXP boosters and all, and you'll be good to go. Probably will take you a day or 2, max. If you don't want to be spending for crystals, maybe 3 days. But yeah, it's very easy to get Astaroth. Okay, broskies? Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you in the next video.